Hell yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Concept Complete Presents Adventure Complete, featuring myself, Spencer, my friend Matt with the NFL Gaming TV. We got Fist Cake over here with the exosuit action, and we got Adam. He's running the whole game. We're playing D.A.B, Dystopias and Badasses. Let's go.
Yeah. Nailed it.
I'm your game master. This is a one-sheet role-playing game one-sheet role-playing game called Dystopias and Badasses. It's sort of a combination of Fallout and Blade Runner type dystopian future. It's set in the post-apocalyptic city of Austin, Texas, where radiation has sort of destroyed most of the landscape, except a small amount that's kept clean by a big old corporation called Radcore. Radcore was also apparently engaged in some shady labor practices because they were keeping prisoners in a forced labor camp near the main city, and our heroes have recently liberated said camp. The henchman Krang has sort of defected to their side, and the leader of said camp, Sheriff Greckles, is awaiting his fate, and that's where we left off last time.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Do we want to introduce our characters again?
Yes, I am Sly Roosevelt, a gunslinger extraordinaire.
Yeah. I am Quark Masterson, salvager and, what did I say? Scrapper.
Also a big bitch.
No, I have a big gun, and it does cool things, and I craft literally anything that I can think of off the top of my head, which is really great for me as a role player.
He made a railgun, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, a weapon that I think is mostly theoretical.
Bitch railgun. Goddamn. I play against Grapple. I'm punching extraordinaire. Nope, different guy. He's going to be the secret boss. We've already discussed this.
Yeah, he's rising through the ranks quickly, but he's not being puppeted by one of you three.
What is that
That's
supposed
too
to
much
mean?
shade. Yeah, I know. It's just trying to be mean. Ugh, it feels wrong though.
I don't like being mean to my friends. I like them.
I like being mean to my friends. That's how they know I love them.
That's who they know who's in charge. Alphas for life.
No, raise your alpha stat.
Oh man. Alrighty.
So we got Greckles, and then the people and Krang are clamoring for him. Is that right?
Krang is kind of just chilling out. He knows Greckles has nowhere to run to. The people here are. Let's see. Actually, last time Krang was trying to heal Barry, the
right
dwarf.
Oh, the time traveling
dwarf. The politically correct term.
Little person.
The little
he was
person.
A gnome.
No, the little person has now become offensive.
I mean,
God damn it! Smaller
gnomes don't exist in this world.
Is it the same Barry? I thought it was the same Barry from the other universe. I thought he got teleported into a new universe.
Well, yeah, but like when Rick and no, that's not true.
Don't ever talk about
Rick and Morty.
I'm sorry. Oh God.
Don't you bring Pickle Rick into this, you son of a bitch!
How fucking dare you?
Pickle Rick. Okay.
Anyway, I imagine if Barry was a dimension traveler, or if this dimension had a Barry, it'd be this guy. But so he's being stitched up by Krang, Sheriff Greckles. I think he's still in the safe room. You guys are also in there. He's kind of cowering in a corner, and the 30+ laborers from this camp are confused. Some of them are like approaching you guys to see what's happened. Like, how are they going to get out of here? Like, they're eager to leave.
All right. I think what I'll do, because I'm not sure if we want to be like, what's our goal with this group? Like, do we want to be like the de facto leaders of this like revolution thing, or do we kind of want to give over to Sloan to give ourselves more freedom to like do what we want?
Let Sloan figure out, since he actually has a resistance group. But I was thinking we offer them a deal. With Quark's master crafting abilities, let's make a punching bag out of the sheriff so they can all take a turn to beat him. And that's our like, hey, it's going away. Congratulations. Glad you graduated from prison. Here's your present. You get 3 free punches on the sheriff.
3? Wow.
Well, cool. I mean,
cool.
He might be dead after like 3 people, so.
Yeah. Well, there's 30 people. That's 90 punches. He's dead.
Oh, yeah, easily. Okay, deal. All right, and break.
Yeah, so I approached Sloan, and I take him to the side and be like, "Hey, man, great battle. Don't know where you went, but we took it anyways." I was going to ask because since you have your own resistance force already kind of established, you have like a groundwork, this was initially kind of a thing to see if we can't spread this resistance and give it a foothold. So, we're not really interested in being like, the leaders of this base. Obviously, we'll have access to it and all that. But yeah, I figure you could, if you're up to it, take care of getting the laborers
The
set
day
up
to
and all that.
day.
Yeah.
We're not really day to day people.
No.
We're more
We're
like
big picture people.
Well, sure. If you can imagine it, people kind of get sick of living underground back at Edmonton. So we'd be more than happy to upkeep this place, and you guys would, of course, be welcome anytime. And sure, appreciate what you did. I did totally forget about Sloan during the whole siege thing.
Yeah.
Let's say he's one of the dudes that was manning the railgun up top. He said, "Did you see when I shot that guy's head off? That was crazy." Then Fistcake punched into another guy. Not Fistcake. He knows what your real name is. Scrap Wolf.
Yeah.
Skin. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think what it is that Fistcake is playing a character that punches a lot, and his name is Fistcake, and then the name of the character is Scrap Wolf, and so Fist is just like, oh, Fist.
Fist of the North Scrap.
Exactly.
So now I should just change my character's name.
No, you're good.
No,
I'm
you got to
doing it.
change
You
your
gotta change
real
your
name
actual
to
like
Scrap Wolf.
handle. Yeah, like your actual name for your YouTube channel and everything. It's just gotta happen.
Detroit Bacon, or no, Bacon Detroit. That's my new name.
Bacon Detroit.
What was it? It was like become bacon or become pork or something.
Yeah,
It was like it was supposed
Detroit
to like
become
something.
ham. That's what.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh my
Good
god.
shit.
Tune in to the video up on NGTV from August 17th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The night of August 17th for all the inside jokes. Anyway, yeah, so Sloan, Sloan can take care of it. He'll probably want both trucks, at least at first, for transportation. So there's just a line of prisoners beating Sheriff Reckles to death. Is that more or less accurate?
Yeah. Well, I'll allow Quark to describe how he made this contraption, but the Scrap Wolf's shitty hand drawing is literally just like the Hangman game, but with Sheriff Greckles hanging by his feet.
Okay, that's a good one.
It's kind of like this, and just they punch him wherever they want to, and he's hanging up by his feet, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. So
No, don't worry. It's just a man on a horse being hanged out there.
So if I would be allowed, I can describe how we've strung this guy up more specifically. It is
Sure.
It is mostly by the feet, but they aren't connected. They're separated a little bit and hung from the ceiling inside this panic room, so everyone has like a straightaway to get to him, so nobody can cut in line or anything like that. And his arms are actually upwards and then back into the wall, so he's hanging like kind of a really sideways, incredibly inclined. What do you call it when you lay inside of a net?
A hammock?
A hammock. Yeah, he's put up
He's
like
a
a hammock,
human
but from the
hammock.
ceiling to the wall.
And drips down his
And
balls.
Yeah, and so you can kind of punch down his chest as you go.
Oh, so you want everybody to
Balls,
like do Ip Man style?
Balls, skeet, goddamn. All right, cool. Sure, that happens. I guess. There's no point rolling for this stuff because if he resists, he's just gonna get held down until that happens. So
there's
yeah.
three
Such
people,
rolls are
so.
like, I guess you can roll again.
Keep rolling.
yeah. Well, so that's the canonical what happens to Sheriff Greckles. I know we left you all on tenterhooks from last episode, but hoisted by not his own petard, I guess, but hoisted in some manner and then beaten to death by a group of forced laborers. Really, that is such to all tyrants. Am I right, guys?
Yep.
I think it's somewhere in the Constitution now. But all right, what do you guys want to do next? Are you hanging around? Are you headed back? It is up to you.
That is a big
Let's
question. This was
I
kind of a
wanna-
big thing, like a goal, and we accomplished that. And I'm not sure where we want to go next. I mean, did Scrapwolf had an idea of what we should be
Ooh,
doing?
is there any new fights in the arena?
Well, I was just gonna ask what old Krang's gonna do. I know he's tagging along, but I don't know to the full extent of his tagging along. You know.
Oh well, Krang says, "Well, I mean, as long if there's going to be a resistance or something, I'd love to be a part of it. My main concern right now, and I know this probably isn't the same voice because he's not a stoner, and all my characters will sound like stoners. But
No, it's surprisingly normal actually. So yeah,
he
you're
says,
fine.
you know, every week we they send us a new prisoner, and we send them a shipment of the stuff we've been mining here. And I know that when they don't get that shipment, they're gonna know something's going on. So I'm probably gonna try and take care of that here, because that would be a big problem.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I don't know what your long-term plan is, but the minute Radcore finds out we're here, I mean, like they're kind of a pseudo military. They're gonna be on us like white on rice. So
How many weeks of shipments do you got?
the week was almost over. So I mean, if I, we could get the laborers to mine a little more and maybe pay them and not keep them in cages. I mean. Yeah, it's definitely not just forced labor with extra steps involved, but you know,
And now it's more like indentured servitude.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking we can hold them off for like a couple weeks so they can the resistance can get a foothold in here. Then that'd be pretty nifty.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could take advantage of the fact that, like expect them to catch on, and expect them to respond with force, and use that opportunity while they've basically emptied a lot of what they had in their barracks, because they had a good amount of people here already, and from what we had heard last time, they are a military force, but they don't have like a huge military force. So this was a pretty big hit, probably, when it comes to just overall manpower, because we probably killed 15, 20 people. So now, extrapolating from that, when they send people out, how many are we expecting? How many of them are we expecting to come out? And we could take advantage of that and hit them where it hurts, basically, if we wanted to make a big strike against their main foothold in New Austin. Either to get something or to kind of just overall weaken them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, just kind of play along for a couple weeks and then have enough time to get troops here, and that way we know where they're going to come to, and we can set up traps and ambushes and all that fun shit.
Oh, we could set it up where if we know the route that they take, we could purposely bait the serpent to attack them.
Ooh, that's a
Nice.
good idea. We have like a 50-part plan, with that being the first part, and then the next other 49 parts is where we just punch and shoot them to death, I guess, if there's
Right.
any left.
Yeah, each one of those other parts is just a round in battle.
Ooh, if they go over a bridge, we can just bomb the bridge.
And that would
Bombing.
definitely bring the serpent into where they're at, too, on top of that.
Boom.
Boom.
So,
Bam.
God, that's our plan. Can you just make it work? Let me just roll a couple d6s here, and unmitigated success forever. We did it. We saved the world. Okay.
Nice. Perfect. Great.
Cool.
I guess the one thing that we would want to confirm is that they are, like, if we were to unleash the serpent on them, we would want to make sure that whatever caravan we're hitting is like, with some good
The
people.
main one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. If they basically 2 weeks or whatever, however long Sloan thinks he can get everybody in here, whenever the following trade-off comes in, or whatever the following shipment's supposed to be, we capture the soldiers or whatever. That way they know something is wrong, and then that way we'll know they'll bring in the big guys next after that.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, is their first response going to be like a big group of people, or is their first response going to be one squad, and when that squad gets taken out, then they send out the big guns?
We could also just send them a message too with Sheriff Greckle's body.
That's
Just
true.
coerce them to have the messengers go back.
That seems a little over. Like, you want people to, you know,
Oh, you want the
rally.
good people to rally behind you.
Yeah, you don't want
it
to
look like you're a bunch of murderers.
Yeah,
I mean, we did kill him though.
We
didn't
did
kill him.
murder.
Well,
we did murder a lot
We
of people.
facilitated his death through.
We murdered a lot of people.
We
But
did-
yeah,
well, yeah,
I get
blew
you.
up a lot of people.
Either way, send a message that shows them like, hey, we got your shit. Come get it. We dare you.
Well, the other way we can do it too is if Krang is up to it, he can act like he's still part of the Rad Corps, and then basically be like, "Hey, I was the only one to get out. They have a lot of people there. We should attack them and get them now. Whenever we decide, it's going to happen." And
Yeah.
he could create pressure where it'll make them think that they need to send a ton of people, so we can have the most effect.
Okay.
That's up
Yeah,
to Krang.
that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do we want to approach these steps in a role-playing manner? Should we talk to Krang?
Yeah, well, he just said he was already down to help solve that problem anyway. So, I mean, I imagine he wouldn't. I mean, we can ask him, hey, Krang, you want to... We explained the plan to Krang. Yeah, Krang.
The which plan?
Well, okay.
The
Okay.
whole-
so
the
Krang,
whole
are you
plan.
up? Are you up to basically acting like you're still with Radcore so that you can create pressure on them to force them to attack with more forces than they would usually to try to take this place back, so that we can launch an ambush on them over the bridge? Because if they're sending multiple people, they're not going to be sending it the route we took. They're going to want to use the bridge, and then we'll ambush them on the bridge.
How long would I have to do that? I mean, these guys really treat me like shit. They see a big guy and they're like, he's an idiot. He's just a big old hunk of meat.
Well, let's ask Sloan. Hey, Sloan, how quickly do you think you can get your resistance group in here and set up and ready for ambush, and to set people on the bridge? And we explained the plan to Sloan too, the entire plan there, the whole fucking plan. You know what? We just shouted to everybody. We explained the whole plan to everybody in the room. We shout out loud. We have a whole Q&A session.
Sloan thinks like 5 days is a good number just to transfer supplies in, get people armed, put out the call that some shit's gonna go down. Krang, the minute he goes back, they're gonna send a retaliatory force.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
So we got 5 days. His alibi could literally be that maybe he was held and because we knew that he would be useful or whatever, and then maybe he escapes. My next question was going to be, since this is a base that sends shipments, do they have like vehicles and stuff that are just sitting and like ready to go? Like, what type of equipment do we have access to now?
There was I think I mentioned there's like one ramp or one main entrance they used, and you guys were opposite it, and they used that to get I'd say like one van down where they load up the material.
Okay, because that would be
because they're not shipping all the rock. There's like a very small amount of something precious that they are sending.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I guess a good plan would be to have Krang specifically take that van as if he escaped and stole the van so that he could get out.
It's not a bad idea. I don't think y'all blew it up. I don't think y'all blew up the ramp or the elevator.
I blew up the things that were around the side that we were already on, if I remember right.
Yeah. Yes, I think y'all are fine with that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Demolitions expert right here.
Fucking nailed it. So I guess what the plan is to... Did you say there was going to be a shipment, like people are going to come today, or...
Tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow. It's
Tomorrow.
You guys attacked at night, so tomorrow noon. The shipments are meeting um, to deposit. You know, they're bringing in a new prisoner. You're supposed to bring them some of this mineral in a truck.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then we'll have another truck, possibly, or another vehicle, because of their shipment.
I think they just trade it out. I mean, yeah, we'll have one when they come in, but next time. So basically, the plan is to make everything seem normal for the shipment tomorrow for the trade-off or whatever. Get all of Sloane's people into position at the new camp, and also to set up stuff on the bridge that we think they might be coming in at. I guess it would probably pay off to
what their route is.
Yeah, there we go.
What was that?
Can we confirm with Krang what their route is for their caravan? Do they use the bridge?
It's the same bridge where you guys saw the boy named Sue when you returned from Three Eyes Treasure, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's like a main bridge.
okay.
We'll just call it
Gotcha.
the main bridge. But yeah, that's the one they use, and they have it, or at least towards the city. That's where the majority of their traffic is. There are mercenaries there. There are people sort of moving in and out because they're also getting shipments. Like the rad scrubbers are coming in that way from other states. They're bringing stuff in. That's like their big artery.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we'll have Sloane's people get in position there and here at the thing, and then when the next trade-off is supposed to happen, that's when we have Krang do his thing. Krang thing.
So
And,
we're gonna have Krang go back after the trade-off tomorrow, or are you saying the next trade-off?
He's saying the one after that.
The one after that. That
so
way.
we'll have like a full week.
Yeah, that way we have more, even more time to prep and whatnot, and then it can be like, oh god, these goddamn guys they're crazy. They stole the shit. Oh Jesus.
I barely got
I guess we can give
alive.
Krang give him action lessons and shit. And then that's when
Remember, follow the fear. Yes, and Krang. Yes, and
yes, and then then we unleash all the stuff.
Okay.
Did you guys want to do the snake thing still?
The what?
Well, yeah, I think the plan was that we would attack them while they were on the bridge, and the assumption was that the serpent would then be aggroed.
Oh, I see. Maybe it could be the sound that would draw it, but
yeah, because I figure we'd be.
Well, they
like,
would fall
blowing
into the river.
bridge. Yeah.
what about? Oh, I see. When you blow the bridge, got it. Neat. So there's a thing. There's a delivery the next day, and then you essentially have a week to prep. So that's up to you guys. We can. Yeah. Yep. Those are all steps. It's just it's up to y'all.
Well, I wanted to ask, is this one of those situations where we would just simply take action to prep, or do we want to do something else as far as role playing is concerned, throughout the week? Because this is not all stuff that we would be doing. We would be assuming that Sloane would be getting his guys there throughout the week, and the only thing we would want to be there for is setting up the charges on, getting I guess a way of having a bomb that is either pressure.
Oh, we can kind of each do a thing. Quark can do the bomb setting up, since you know that thing. Mm-hmm. Sly can train all the prisoners how to shoot, and I'll.
What will you
teach people carry heavy things and
maybe
teach people how to punch.
To people.
Carry two. Let's get down to business. To defeat.
Let's get down to business.
Copyright. Oh God.
To defeat
the corporate pigs.
Oh, well, I went different directions with that one.
Yep.
Wreck-It Radcore.
There we go. Yeah. So I guess we can each do that, and unless there's anything that we are potentially missing.
Well, we a couple of Avengers things that could be looked at. We have that secret stash, Three Eyes or whatever stash in that house that's nearby. I don't remember what's all in there. Mostly, I think it was just food.
Yeah.
Food and suits, I thought, or no, we put our suits there. I can't remember.
Did we drop our suits
You
off
had to
there?
wear the suits out because you didn't. Yeah, you had to wear the suits back.
Oh, that's
Right,
right.
right.
Okay, I thought I heard something about suits, but all right.
So we have that, but I don't know what we would do with that necessarily. Is that something that just for like the future as like a small personal base of ours that we could set up?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would.
Just like leave a
I mean, we can start getting
red
that
scrubber.
ready. Just in case things go south, we have somewhere to go.
I guess for my part of things, setting up the bomb, getting that set up, Adam, did you want to decide what it is that, because I think it's a bit, it's less fun for me to just roll for crafting with whatever I am assumed to have. Is there stuff that I
Right.
would need to look for?
Fetch quest. Fetch
So
quest.
here's what I'm thinking is I think like it'll be like a session or two before we actually get to this big battle thing.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
There are like prep quests we can do. One that I had in mind from before you said you were just going to lure the snake by blowing the bridge was like finding out like is there a pheromone that attracts it, so you could do something like that. But for the bomb, I'd say you need to find high grade explosives, which means you need to essentially find where you could get them and then raid them and then do another kind of like stealth mission to plant them, kind of like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, where have you all seen that?
Yeah.
It's been a long time, but yeah.
Okay, there's a scene towards the end where they essentially have to go underwater and plant these charges on the bridge. Anyway, so something like that. So there's definitely going to be multiple parts to whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I'll spin a tale of intrigue around it. It's definitely not just going to be crafting. The bomb part seems like it's a big part of it. Are there other things you guys want to do, like as far as the way you're arming these people, or
Well, that's true. We would have to get weapons for these 30 people. And I don't know, Matt, were you especially interested in being in teaching people how to shoot guns?
Sure.
Like, I feel like that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to get guns. So if we got to get high grade explosives, set them up for the bomb thing,
Munitions.
munitions, and then for the gun quest, we have to get guns and then teach guns.
well, so Edmonton has some guns.
Yeah.
They're not super high quality. Most of them are, pre-apocalypse that have been reworked by people with not a lot of skill. I mean, Sloan is very skilled, but he can't, do everything.
Mhm.
Let's see. I think it's also not a bad idea to try and figure out sort of what the game plan is after this, because you're essentially launching a war against the people in control of the city. So how you inform other people. There's still kind of a gang war going on in the warehouse districts. So, I mean, there's just a lot to consider based on how you guys want to address those things or not address them. I mean, you could literally do none of this and see where that goes. But yeah, there are a lot of other things that you guys have, like there's pies with your fingers in them, and whether you want to take care of those pies or not is up to you.
Before
brings
we
up-
do anything else, Scrap Wolf is going to grab a jackhammer real quick before he forgets for the 30th time.
Yeah,
So
That's true.
scrap hammer.
Scrap hammer. That funky hammer.
there's one. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, well, I just got an idea based on, because I remember my initial plan was the attack was to be a diversion for all of their major forces and then to strike while they're away. But we obviously want to be there to see the serpent attack them, right?
Mhm.
So I was thinking we're probably going to have to go back to Crater Beta or whatever to do some
Right.
of this stuff, whether it's looking for how we can get explosives or munitions or whatever. What if we used our inside man at one of the serpent gangs? Don't remember which one, Vipers or some shit.
With pythons, I think.
Pythons.
Yep.
And then see if we can't maybe give them a reason to attack Radcore,
Oh, as like a
like an inside force. I don't know what we would do necessarily. I don't know what their ultimate goal would be. They might not be the best group to get into bed with necessarily, but we could definitely try to use them because there's a lot.
What
Of
Oh yeah, go ahead.
if we infiltrate Radcore while they're attacking Crater Charlie, and we just blow the bitch up?
So we don't do the serpent explosive.
No, we can. I mean,
Plan.
that can all happen.
But
It's just while
would it
that's
be after
happening,
that?
we also.
Yeah, while that's happening, we're doing it. We're infiltrating them at the same time because I assume they'll be sending a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was.
This would be the perfect time to.
Yeah. So I guess it's. Would we rather be there at the bridge when it explodes to see whether or not the serpent attacks, or would we rather be the ones to infiltrate Radcore?
Well, I would assume we would want to infiltrate Radcore. That would be the more sensitive mission.
Okay. So we can hold
Yeah.
off on getting excited about trying to utilize the serpent.
I think that's just you.
Me, and then we can set up the bomb to be probably pressure sensitive, so that, or we can have people there ready to set it off.
You can just have two guys, if it's just a switch thing.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And then we would want to have some kind of long range radio to know when everything goes to give us the signal to go in.
Mm-hmm.
That way we don't attack too soon and then they pull back. And,
Well,
go ahead.
I was going to suggest maybe we coerce the gangs into attacking by saying they are doing a huge weapons shipment outside of the city at the time of the attack. So they come from the city behind the convoy or whatever. So whenever the bridge blows up, they're probably lose people in the middle, whatever, and then the Leviathan will take care of that. And then the people that are on the bridge side towards the city will have to deal with the gangs. And whoever is left will either try to go back to Crater Charlie or just run away or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think we just found out something that Scrapwolf, like, that would be his thing, which is...
Oh, God.
Which is you would be the one to use your status as a way to give them, to slip them false information to the gangs. So they would do that.
Okay. But then if they live, I have the whole gangs coming after me too.
They wouldn't know the difference. They would assume that they had the guns and then they went south. Remember, these people are dumb.
Just to make it funny. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah. All right. Cool.
we
Do it
can
for the
take
vine.
them. We
Man.
can take them.
Just for the sake of radio. Yeah. Well, let's do that.
Okay, so what do we
Beautiful.
want to do first? What's first on the list? Obviously, before we do the big attack, we're going to want to have the musicians and then the training happen. We're going to want to have the high grade explosives available and then set it up. I guess the setup would happen right before we end up doing stuff. Maybe on our way back to Crater Beta before we get set up for our infiltration. We would need to scope out the Radcore area to see what it is that we're even doing there. Maybe have some of those high-grade explosives that we brought with us to set up as bombs to blow Radcore.
Mm-hmm.
So what's first on the
Okay.
list, dudes?
Well, let me just make sure I got everything set up here, and then trick. Ooh, hijacking. Radical convoy. On day of attack. Great. Scope out Radcore quarters. Okay. So far, have we get the bombs, set them up, get guns, train the people to use them, trick gangs into hijacking Radcore convoy on the day of the attack, and then I have infiltrate and scope out Radcore headquarters before said attack. Am I missing anything else.
And then when the attack happens, when they blow the bridge, we go into Radcore and attempt to fuck up Radcore.
Then attack said headquarters
During bridge attack.
during
We're
a
making
shitty
moves.
card game.
What?
Attack.
Okay, well, I guess technically the first thing is we need to make sure that this first shipment tomorrow happens smoothly.
So let's
Cut
do
to Sloan
that.
saying, "Hey, that all sounds great, guys." He's just been standing there with NPC face the whole time. Just, what's your name, prisoner?
The
But
storm
anyway,
didn't wake you. It's Jeb
Jeb
from
from fucking
Morrowind.
Morrowind, yeah.
Oh god.
I never played Morrowind, but I did watch a bunch of my friends play it in middle school. It's a fun
yeah.
time.
Yeah, the very first scene, and you got Jeb over there on the boat. It's hilarious.
Fucking Jeb. Okay.
As far
So,
as
yeah.
boat scenes go, I prefer Bioshock Infinite's. He doesn't row. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
it's the best game ever. So, you have essentially 95% of the shipment ready to go. I think it'd be a pretty good test of Fizzcake's new jackhammer skills to try and get the rest of the ore out that you need for tomorrow's shipment. Otherwise, you're going to have to
Okay.
fake it or convince some of these forced laborers to labor once more under a new regime.
Well,
You
I
know,
know,
the
force them to
sheriff is
just,
dead. Long live
Yeah.
Sly,
new
the
sh-
new sheriff.
just
This guy's gonna play a
Sl-
mining minigame.
yay. I'll do that. Sly, you talk him into, working one more time. One last job.
Oh, so is it an either or is it an and to get the last?
Oh.
I thought it was or.
Yeah, like
It's
Oh.
it's ore.
It's ore? Okay, well
It's
then,
ore
yeah,
to get the ore.
that's fine. I'll just do my thing then. Okay. So am I rolling? Am I rolling fighting strength?
Let's see,
Mining
are we fighting? Yeah, it's fighting. It's always
you're fighting
fighting.
the ground.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
fighting.
fighting-
is you versus Gaia.
You're fighting pure rock, and you get a. Let's start with a +1 with your scrap hammer.
I'm just
Scrap
imagining
hammer.
like a
That
JRPG.
funky hammer.
You go up to the ground and it goes doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and it's you on one side doing a little bouncing, and then it's just the ground.
Yeah,
All right.
it's the No Man's Sky thing where you see resources and little orbs flying at you as you jackhammer.
Yeah.
Fighting the ground. Survey says 5 plus 5, which is 10 plus 3 plus another one. That's a 14.
All right.
I'm in
so-
China.
So on the N64, one of the mini games for Mario Party used to be like a weird jackhammer challenge where you try and most accurately carve out a picture of like a, ghost or a bomb or whatever.
Oh yeah. I got it.
Super Mario Brothers related thing here.
Yeah. You get you would have gotten the most perfect score. The bell of the jackhammer ball as you sort of perfectly extricate this ore from where it's located deep inside a bunch of trash rock, which is what they call the unusable stuff. You excavate it and you get like a good amount of it, and Krang puts it into a case. There's these sort of like plastic cases with Radcore stamped on them. There's already a bunch of them loaded into their truck. So you finish off like the last 2 crates, and he loads those into the truck, and he's ready to go for Krang's big day out. Krang is actually the one who normally makes the deliveries, so it works out. And he's like, I'll just go take these and be like, all right. And I'll bring the prisoner back, and won't they be delighted to know that they're not going to be forced into labor?
Yeah.
Surprise. It's a happy surprise. It's like a
So
birthday
the
gift.
shipment doesn't come to us. They meet them halfway, or does he go all the way back to Crater Beta?
They meet like near the bridge, essentially.
Okay.
It's like a meet halfway kind of thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect. We're gonna have to set up like fake guards and shit. That would suck. And try to cover
don't
the
have to
fact
wear
that half the base
mustaches.
is exploded.
It's this will be like the second Blazing Saddles reference I've made today, but where they rebuild their entire town as like a
town, yeah.
film set to
Man, I've
It's,
only seen the movie like
yeah.
once when I was really young, so I need to watch that again.
Yeah, I would also like to watch it.
I saw it for the first time like a year, maybe 2 years ago, and it has become one of my favorite movies. That and Young Frankenstein are like
Oh, Young
like
Frankenstein's
two
a classic.
go-to comedies.
Yeah.
Frankenstein's a banger.
Yeah. Um,
It's lit, fam.
Frederick. So, fuck. I was gonna say, so there's there's a decent amount of food. They didn't feed the laborers all that much. Would you guys tell Sloan about Three Eyes stash so they can like get a bunch of chili and stuff, or are you hoarding the chili for yourselves?
No, that's ours.
All right, cool. Just checking.
Well, but maybe we should feed the soldiers chili.
Well,
Maybe
I'm sure
we
they
should go
have
get the
food.
chili.
Why wouldn't they? They have to feed the other people.
Oh yeah,
Well, I'm
whatever
just
the
saying
They
they're
dollars
gonna
are.
feed
definitely,
them.
they definitely have food here.
It's just we would be opening up.
I'm just saying
We're
it's
not going
the
out for
difference
food, okay?
between
We have good food here at home.
Well, you
But
guys
I
wouldn't
want to
have
have
to go get it.
McDonald's.
Okay. It's the Oregon Trail difference between like meager rations and like normal rations, but it's fine. Okay. So
I like how
y'all
you're
are
like
ready.
no, and I expect you to be like, no, of course, yeah, we would give them. No, you're like, no, fuck them.
God damn it.
So we spin the globe, and we see the sun starting to come over the horizon. Krang gets in the big truck, where the seat has sort of been mangled into a position that suits his enormous frame. I need to go grab some water in a second. And he drives off onto the horizon, and he's got a radio. Why not? So you guys can keep up with him. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some more water because my throat hurts.
All right, sounds
Deal.
good. And he goes to his face. Hi, face.
Hello, Adam Face.
Yeah. So I guess once this is done, what do we want to do first? Are we gonna head back to Crater Beta and see what we can find out about the musicians and the explosives? Should I ask Sloan if he knows where explosives are?
Should probably ask him, but I mean, I'm sure it's like some radcore shipment, maybe. We
we
could
have to
I mean, theoretically, the bombs and the guns should be near each other, if not, if it's in like a warehouse or if it's in a shipment or something, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what God says.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what God says.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm assuming if we head back to Crater Beta, we could literally just.
Jesus.
It scared me.
Ooh, I'm back. I made a note here of the timestamp in Audacity where I have to go back and silence my audio because we have one episode where I say, "Hey, I'm gonna go get a snack," and then you just hear me banging around in the background for like 2 minutes.
Oh shit! Yeah. Whoops. Oh well.
That's my bad because I mean I just
Yeah,
whatever.
sometimes
Anyway,
it's hard to remember that you've done stuff like that, and so you don't know. You're not going to go back and listen to the whole thing all the time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did do that the time after that to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I put it up to like 2 times speed, so we all sound like hamsters. It was crazy. Or chipmunks, I guess.
I set it out.
I'm gonna scalpel. I'm gonna shoot, and it's a hit. I'm gonna get an assist.
Punch.
No, I rolled a 14. I always get right.
All right. Oh, okay. Mr. I craft
Oh my
a
God.
rail gun.
Love the box. Worship the box.
Bitch
All about the
railgun.
box. Gotta be inside the box. Gotta be outside the box.
Dude.
Oh god.
Classic me.
Yeah,
I
Met
can't
started
wait
a
to listen to
religion.
that back at 2 times speed.
Yeah, it'd be great. No one listen to it at half speed though, because that's doesn't make anyone look good or sound
No.
good.
Why can you? Ben's your bitch.
How many people are checking their app?
Okay.
To make sure that they didn't accidentally hit the button. Anyway, that was I just cut all this out. I'm gonna cut all of it out.
Cut it out. Cut the
All
right.
first half of the podcast completely out.
All right, we're back.
Oh my god.
So Crane just left to go do the shipment.
We hope you enjoyed the last 3 minutes where we talked about Quip toothbrushes and Harry's razors.
Yeah, sponsors.
I wish.
All right. Anyway, go ahead. You guys wanted to ask God or me something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we were going to ask Sloan if he knew of any extra where we could find extra guns and or high grade explosives.
Yeah,
If
like a
there's like a
lead.
warehouse or a shipment, or if he knows anything, since he has probably a larger network than we do.
Right.
Yep.
I haven't really worked on my networking.
Me too.
You guys got to get LinkedIn probably still exists in this world. You guys got to get on there.
Been punching people for 20 years straight. Got a bachelor's degree in punching.
Rex
Yeah.
endorses
book
your skill
somewhere.
for punching.
God damn it. Oh.
I hate it when people do that. Just like people that like you've never ever seen me use this program. Why are you endorsing my skills for it? Like, anyway,
How do you know that I know? Okay.
you don't know that I know. I could be lying. I'm not though. Don't fire me. None of my coworkers listen to this.
My favorite one
dumb.
is when people are like listing programs that they use, and they're like Microsoft Office, just the whole thing, and they get in there like, I've never used Access a day in my life. I'm like, all right, fucking liar.
Okay, so Sloan thinks about it. Goes, well, we got some working guns, some not so good working guns, and back at the Mole City, Edwardton. High grade explosives. I'm not sure. He thinks about it while the game master also thinks about it. He goes, well, there's a couple places. I know some of the gangs have been able to manufacture some pretty nasty stuff when they go after each other. There's some pretty low grade, like you might find bits of thermite around here for mining, but that stuff might not blow through a steel bridge. So not thermite then. I'm talking out my ass. This is stuff that blows rocks. Probably won't blow a steel bridge.
What about Jeff?
Oh God, let's not get into that. As an architect who has had to study material deformations under heat as part of it, actually,
Actually, it does.
it doesn't melt; it deforms.
Yeah, it bends. Yeah.
That's anyway. So,
Oh my God, we get it. You're a liberal.
You're a liberal architect.
Anyway, that's my Tumblr username is liberal architects, and you can find me over there. God damn it, just alienating everyone left and right.
Well, I mean, honestly, they're alienated. We don't want them anyways.
That's not true.
Come back.
Please.
Switcher was joking.
Never mind, I was just joking, huh?
Quick, craft an apology.
Sorry, not sorry.
My train of thought is just
Sorry.
Yeah, it's gone.
my
Yeah,
train of
sorry.
thought has become that trolley experiment they always talk about in philosophy. God damn it! Where are we? What
We were talking about
we
where
want,
to
we
get
want high
explosives.
grade explosives and
Yeah.
lots of guns.
Like what?
Yeah,
type of
Sloan
guns
was
are
trying
there?
to think of.
if you want the super high end stuff, I know you guys are runners. There's other runners around the city that might, it's their tools of the trade. They may be stashing some somewhere. I don't know if you could buy it from them or, steal it, but you might be able to find something thereabouts.
Okay,
So,
so just network with
gangs
some
or
runners.
other runners.
Gotcha. So we have to go to Greater Beta to network in some way, or at least find out who has what. What do you think the best place would be to meet other runners? Would it be just at Mama J's, or is there a particular tavern or bar that is often frequented by people who are looking for jobs for runners? That's not. Yeah.
There's also the pork grinder. A lot of runners also compete there for extra money on the side, so that's a good place to go look. There's some more like high-end, like fancy places in New Austin where, a little more like the James Bond end of runners hang out at a cocktail bar there. Let's call it. Someone pick a color.
Red.
Blue.
Turquoise.
One of you pick a color. All right, turquoise. It's the turquoise dolphin.
I get no
and
benefit for being quick.
It is Trey Chic.
It's called the
it's
turquoise
like a-
dolphin.
Yeah. It's like being in an improv show. You have to be kind of in the middle. Like the first people that all yell out are gonna get ignored, and then you got to make yourself heard. With
Damn
your
it. I should have been
suggestion.
unique. Also, the red
Yeah.
dolphin sounds like a euphemism for a dick.
Yeah, well, it sure does.
For a particular
Now it does.
Yeah, for a specific
That brings us
activity,
to our
maybe.
next sponsor, baddragon.com. Go get the red
Nope.
dolphin over at baddragon.com.
Wrong.
I use it every
Don't
day.
do it.
It's great.
Okay. Oh god.
Number
I
one
guess
cure
let's
for constipation. 6 out of 9 doctors agree.
God
Okay.
damn it, Adam.
When you want to be filled, but
guess-
not all the way.
I'm gonna murder everybody on this podcast right now. I swear to God.
Do not take as a decongestant.
Okay, so we want to head back to Crater Beta and stop talking about poop shit. So let's go back there.
No, it was shit poop.
Shit poop. Maybe we should talk to Phil real quick, see if he's got any leads about the gang stuff.
Yeah, like what they're doing.
Yeah, see if they got weapons and shit, and maybe after that we can weigh our options after we investigate some runner hideouts and shit.
Okay. So Sloan is taking the Hummer back to Crater Beta, essentially to go down to Edwardton and pick out some guns and things. And he drops you guys in the warehouse district on his way there. So you guys are making a stop by the Python base of operations. When you get there, you see that there's a big wreath of mostly dying flowers, and it says Brick on it.
Oh yeah.
What was his actual name?
It was something Gaston related.
Oh, it was Gastel. That's
Gastel.
it.
Still, that's right.
Gastel. It says Brick, and then Gastel quote Brick, and then whatever the fuck his last name is.
It just says
And
last
like,
name. Nobody knew what it was.
no one's maintained it. Someone from their own gang has already like spray painted it.
God damn it.
So it's
Yeah.
it's a real trash heap. But
Pythons rule.
And then there's like a pair of assless chaps with candles around it. So anyway, that's the scene you find when you arrive. No one is outside the base. It's in the middle of the day.
Nobody is ever outside this space, it seems. So they never see anybody coming. Like that, they're always caught unawares, as far as I know. What did we do last time?
They
we were
could be
inside?
watching. You don't know.
Well, I mean, last time they who saw us leave with Brick? Essentially, I guess is
I think
the very
everybody.
I'm
a very
pretty sure
important
everybody
question.
saw us leave with Brick.
I think
I know.
Brick-
I know. I
Brick
talked to
might be
Brick.
there,
but-
didn't he? You talked to Brick. People may have overheard you like planning with Brick, but I think didn't Brick just like meet you at the heist?
Yeah.
What if we say
But
his
then-
dying words were that you take over the thing?
I don't.
Let's go.
A week later, Scrapwolf comes back.
Okay.
Yeah. Come.
Brick's-
Whoa.
Guess
Walk
I'm
in
the
with a
king
limp.
now.
Walking with a limp.
Okay, well, I'll just Scrapple, grab some dirt, and just like rubs it on his shirt a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Be like, you
There,
just.
yeah.
Oh God, you guys won't believe what happened.
I've been crawling here for days.
Okay, yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Let's try that. God damn it! But we're
Okay.
first thing first is we're gonna try to talk to Phil if we can before I just announce my new leadership role. God.
I think last time we met him at the back door. We like gave him some kind of signal, and he let us in through the back, and that's how we met Brick.
Oh yeah.
You talked to someone at the front. They went and got Paul, which is your like inside man, right? Is that
Phil.
Phil.
Phil. Got Phil,
Close.
and Phil met you at the back door because you already knew you guys were going to be there.
So I guess we just go in and ask for Phil again. I mean,
whatever y'all want to do.
So
I
if you
don't-
wanted to hide the fact that you were going to come back as the leader, should I just go up there and ask for Phil? That way we still have that as like
yeah.
All right, so I go up to the front door
sure.
and I knock on it. And I'm like, dildo delivery.
God damn. Why would...
baddragon.com/complete. Make yourself complete. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm just. I'm looking at Fist
Oh,
taking
it's
it
so
bad.
good. I love it. All of it is so good.
I'm turning my camera off forever. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah, but like, what if we
ski
actually
ad-
get them as a sponsor?
I don't want to track.
Yeah, gotta get some of that
Yo,
sweet bad dragon
Money is money.
It's
No, that's
filthy
fine.
dildo money. We don't want your filthy dildo money. We do though. Hit us up, Bad Dragon.
Yeah,
I cannot speak on the behalf of Content Complete or Adventure Complete when it comes to being sponsored by a fantasy dildo corporation. Anyway.
But if I
I'm
were,
so sorry, Miss Cake. You look so mad.
No, it's cool. I'm just gonna hang myself after the. I don't give a shit anymore.
No.
Just have my dog help me. He's gonna kick my chair.
I think Bad Dragon can help
God.
you with that too.
Okay.
How?
We're moving
How
forward with
would
the
they
game.
help me?
Is this
Now
had
you're
the
just
most-
pushing it. Now
But
you're dislocating
I'm pretty
your
sure
shoulder.
they have dog dicks.
Okay.
Why would I use a dog dick to knock a chair over?
Clark goes to the front garage door and knocks on it, and Phil's dumb fat face comes to the window, and he goes, "Dildo delivery, but I ordered curry."
God.
Hey, how's it going, Phil? I knew that you would come over here. Do you have time to talk? Maybe we can meet out back.
Oh, hey, it's you guys. Yeah, I'll be right there. And you hear someone in the back go, "Is that my dildo delivery?" He goes, "Nah, man, false alarm. It's just a curry guy." He goes, "Okay, well, I'm tracking the delivery guy, and he keeps making all these weird turns, and I don't get it." It's like, "Well, leave him a 1-star review." "I don't want to do that. That's just kind of rude, and it's gonna mess with that guy's rating. Like, he's probably got a bunch of 5 stars. I don't want to leave a 1-star because then I'm the asshole." He goes, "Well, then, don't worry about it." He's like, "I just wanted someone to witness my experience." So Phil goes to the back door. You meet him there. He goes, "Hey guys, how's it going? Haven't seen Brick around in a while." Or sorry, they buried Brick. They know he's dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you know, you haven't seen Brick for a while.
why he's playing coy. He goes, "Man, people sure are shooken up about Brick being dead. I mean, but a heist's a heist. All's fair in the thug life, But I'm sure no one in there would be too happy to see you, Scrap Wolf."
Shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I can tell you, Phil, because sorry. Yeah, no, that's probably right, Phil. I guess I can tell you, though, since we're friends and whatnot, but he did mention to tell you his dying words, which were that he wants you to be the new leader of the Python, so...
Oh, this is good. This is a good...
Yeah, it's better. We're just
So,
Sigh
shit.
whispers in the background. This is good. This is really good. That's my plan.
This is good radio.
Yeah. This is better.
That's
He's
some
easily manipulated.
That's some good improv.
But
You
before
stick
we...
that on his SNL audition, record,
Yes. God damn it. But before we get to the brass tacks of trying to get you into your leadership role, we were wondering where do you cool kids keep all your guns and high grade explosives and shit?
Or do you know if there's a shipment of that possibly?
That too. More preferably that, actually. That's probably what I meant to say. That's my bad. Sorry.
Sometimes
I'm
I
just all
speak
broken
wrong.
up about Brick.
It's been very painful to watch Brick die before my eyes like a hero and then whisper softly in my ear that he wanted you to be the new leader. It was a very heroic moment, but anyways.
My moment has
Guns?
arrived. It's time for me to ascend. He goes, "Well, I mean, everyone's kind of got their own gun. This is a really BYOG operation here. We did try and steal some explosives recently. There was a shipment, and we got there, but these other 3 guys got there first, and they really kicked the shit out of us, and I didn't like that. But they got the only ones I know of."
3
it's a
guys.
Turtle Gang.
Turtle Gang or Boy Named Sue, probably. What did they look like?
Well, they were, they're all wearing tuxedos. It was actually a pretty classy hit. But yeah, tuxedos and gas masks.
We don't know.
So we probably have to go to that, fancy location,
The
turquoise dolphin,
dolphin.
to find out more about those high-grade explosives. So you know nothing about any of the guns and shit?
Can't help you too much there. I mean, you can have my gun, but I might need it to rise to the top of this organization here. Although it might make a pretty big statement if I try and go in there and take over without a gun. People might respect that.
Well, no, that's okay. I'll just walk in with you and try to smooth everything over. A deal's a deal, so it's only honorable that I try to get you your leadership position that you are rightfully owed. My voice is constantly changing through the course of this dialogue. Lord, I apologize. Get her done.
It's okay. My voice has not been consistent either.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's probably smart that you go with him, considering that you're the only source of that information.
Yeah. You guys, if you hear gunfire, that's your cue to walk in and help out.
You hear gunfire, it wasn't me because I don't shoot guns. But
Yeah,
it was
I don't-
somebody else shooting at me.
But yeah, okay. So I try to do that. I do.
Phil goes, what's your story? I mean, you've been gone for a couple days. People are going to be curious.
Oh yeah.
Here we
Well,
go.
basically, it's kind of a blur to me because it happened so quickly. But we assaulted the truck to get those rad scrubbers, and then Brick was the only man with a gun, and I thought I was going to be cool with my kung fu, be able to punch everybody, but I wasn't quick enough. There was just so many of them, much more than we anticipated, and unfortunately, Brick died trying to protect me, and came back later to see what the situation was, and they left his poor body there, and I thought he was dead, so I was just gonna give him a proper burial and whatnot, and then he coughed blood on my face and rubbed some dirt on my chest, as you can see here, and then now he whispered to me that he forgave me, and that he did his very best, and
Do you
that
have
he wanted.
blood on your face?
No, I wiped the blood off. I forgot about the dirt though. That's
Okay.
that's unfortunate. I just forgot to wash my clothes. But yeah, and he told me that he saw potential in you, and that he wanted you to be the leader of the pythons. He thought that, plus with like alliteration, the Phil's pythons, or the pythons of Phil, it seemed pretty good. I don't know. I'm just relaying the message.
Yeah, Phil's pythons.
And then also, I'm carrying a giant
You mean
exosuit with
these?
me. Yeah, those big old. Yeah, those are huge. Wow.
24-inch pythons.
Brother.
Have you been working out?
Phil is like malnourished and like,
You mean these and it's just his bone?
It's like if I tried to flex.
Oh.
Self-burn.
Yeah, got him.
Oh, I hate myself.
all right.
Okay.
Oh no.
Don't do it.
Oh, egg, no. He goes, all right, how about this? I'm going to go in first. I'm going to say the curry guy came, and then you come in, and I'll act all surprised.
Okay, deal.
Okay. Phil
Pull me
walked
out
back in by himself, and he goes, hey, guys, I already ate all my curry, and I threw away all the garbage outside.
And then
Incredible.
Scrapful walks in, smashes open the door, and he says, "Guys, oh God, thank God I finally made it here. Good Lord. Okay, you won't believe what happened."
All right. So the scene
Acting.
inside, there's people just hanging around. There's some like shitty industrial music just like playing at a very low volume. But there's like three main like gatherings in here almost. Like there's like three main guys that everyone's like hanging around, and they're sort of polarized to these dudes. And one of them looks at it and goes, "Hey, you're that guy Brick left with. You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here again after leaving our buddy's dead body in the street.
Well, funny story about that. I tell him the story word for word again.
Uh,
It's gotta be
Phil,
convincing.
Well, it is a very
let me-
long, complicated story and have a terrible memory.
there's not a performance check here. You roll persuasion. Do you
Cool.
get your own advantage for being you? I forget what it is. Whatever your perk was for
It
you.
was a D4. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so I roll 2 D6 and a D4. Okay. Okay, persuasion. Ugh. Ooh. So 8 plus 2 minus 2, so 8.
8.
Cost of success.
So Paul this whole time is doing like
Phil.
a soap opera. God damn it. Paul's Pythons alliterates way better. But
That is
Phil, he gives like a soap opera level performance in reaction to hearing his best friend's dying words.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who asked you is just kind of like nodding his head through the whole thing. He goes, "So why'd you leave his body in the middle of the street, huh? Couldn't have dragged the body away? Try bury it or something?"
Well, as you can see, I was trying to avoid radcore further bullets from them, and also it was all kind of a blur. I was actually absolutely floored that he named Phil a leader, or he would want Phil to be a leader, and I just felt like by the time I got to his body again, and after he said all that, it was already pretty late, and I'm sure there was gonna be more guards walking by.
No. Let me check your timeline here. So you said he dies, you run away, you come back later, and he's not dead, and he tells you this thing, but then you leave his body there and you leave again.
Well, I thought he died. And when I came back, it turns out he was still barely alive, and then he choked out on me again. In hindsight, I probably should have came back a third time just to see if he was actually still alive.
No, but that second time, when he gave you his last words, why'd you leave his body there then?
Because I was by the time he got through his whole story, I was absolutely exhausted. I'm not even. I ran. If you follow the timeline, I literally ran away for miles. I came back and for like another, I don't remember, miles. And then by the time he finished his story, I was like, oh, I've been running around all day. I haven't ate anything. I've been shot at. I'm thirsty.
John,
I can't do anything. And I'm sorry that I kind of forgot to bury Brick's body. I apologize. But I figured that the best I could do was give you his dying words.
Roll another persuasion.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me
God.
check your timeline here.
So
I was
good.
waiting for
Please
it too,
don't.
'cause as soon as you were like, "Oh, I left and came back," I'm like, "Oh, that's not going to go well."
Yeah, that's not.
It's perfect. That's why you should have retold your story, dude.
Minus 2 is 4. I'm not good at talking. That's why I got this perk, but I'm still not very good at talking.
Okay. Shit. Let's see. All right. Well, this guy goes, "Yeah, I think you's a liar. There's no way Brick's gonna want Phil over here to be the new head of the Pythons. So I'm gonna have to kills you." And he pulls out a gun.
All right,
what
and
do
then
you do?
I close the door and leave. Because I was just in the entrance the entire time. I never moved anywhere. It's the perfect crime.
Okay.
I mean, the layout is there's that like weird office part in the back that you had to walk through. So are you just sprinting back out of the building now?
I guess.
Yes.
I guess I was confused. I thought like literally I just walked in right after him and just opened the door and it was like leaning on the doorway, but
Sure. Either way,
But that
that's
makes-
fine.
I mean, that
That's
makes
fine.
yeah, whatever.
You leave. And bullets go through the sheet metal of the door, leaving holes, but they don't hit you because that would be dumb.
Okay,
Yep.
so I guess we're running now.
We should probably either run or we should, you guys can shoot him and I can like punch him. I just don't want to punch him by myself because they have guns.
Do we want to make an example of him? Or do you want to leave?
You hear inside one of them yells, Phil, how do you know these guys? Why are they trying to make you the head of this organization,
Oh,
Phil?
shit, we gotta say Phil.
Do you?
Matt?
Do we?
Yeah. He's a good supporting character.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I'm flattered.
All right, so
okay.
I say, Scrap Wolf, you go back around to the front and blow open the front door.
No, I think we can still talk our way out of this.
They're
Okay.
shooting at us.
How?
I think we just go, wait. We can talk about this.
All right.
What's
gonna
you
follow
want to
your
talk
lead,
about
Sly.
about it?
Oh,
What? Wait, Spencer was talking. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, what's yous wants to talk about it?
What do I want to talk about? Fuck.
What's yous wants to talk about it?
filibuster.
Why are you guys
Wants to
shooting at
talk about
Ken Scrap Wolf? I said your fucking name right. You better be happy.
Thank you. Finally.
He came in here, last guy to be seen with our buddy Brick. All we know got him shot and killed. Didn't even bother giving him a proper burial.
Did he explain why he didn't give him a proper burial?
Yeah, some bullshit about being too tired.
Well, unfortunately, he did lie to you. That is not the truth. What happened was...
you gonna tell me the truth now?
Absolutely. Why would... I don't give a shit. Well, but yeah.
Oh, I respect a man with nothing to lose.
As he
All right,
cocks
what's
his
the
gun.
truth, Matt?
Ken, as we know, went back to the body, heard the dying words.
Yeah. Yes, I remember
Alright,
this
so
part.
that's
I had
that's
many a
all.
question about it, if I recall correctly.
That's all. I'm just making sure we're all on the same timeline. There's no splinters.
We're going to go through the diagram here in a second.
So, what Ken
At our
didn't
time
tell
life,
you...
cheers off into this one where Biff marries your mother, your father is dead. Anyway.
Okay.
What Ken didn't tell you was it's kind of embarrassing for him because he failed. But as he was talking to Ken Scrap Wolf,
Oh, Brick.
yeah, Brick, yeah, he got ambushed by a rival fighting gang known as the Turtles. Lost miserably.
I heard of them. I seen them down at the pork grinder where me and my boyfriends go.
Sick.
Nice.
He lost to them, and as you know, someone like Scrap Wolf lives and dies on their reputation. So he couldn't just go around telling people that he got beat by the Turtles, especially since they're so low tier, but they got the jump on him. So it's understandable.
And again, I was tired from walking around all
Nope,
day.
shut up. I got this.
Okay. All right. Okay. I was just.
Okay.
He's
All right.
trying to push his story. Okay, you roll persuasion.
Can I give him the bonus?
Yeah, of course. Like even
Nice.
though they
a
hate you
die
and don't
four
believe
bonus.
you. A perk is a perk is a
Oh,
perk.
Jesus. Of course you get an additional 4, whatever.
Well, yeah, that's your bonus, right?
Well, it's, I roll a
You get
die 4, but he got a 4.
This kick
Oh,
rolled
no,
the
no,
bonus.
he hasn't rolled yet.
But I mean, I'm saying he gets a +4 to whatever he rolls.
Yeah, fist kick rolled the bonus, which is fine by me.
6, 7, or 10, 12, and then do I put plus charisma or no?
Whatever your persuasion
Wait.
is. So it's +2.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Wait,
so
how did you
14.
calculate that real quick?
I rolled 2
It was-
dice and then a die 4, and then do I add my charisma or the
the persuasion
Oh,
plus
what was the 2d6 that you rolled? What was the
10.
total of that?
10?
10.
Okay, +2 plus Scrapple rolled a 4, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 4, so yeah.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So he rolled your bonus for you, so you
So
got
16.
a 16.
Oh, okay, 16.
I mean, either way, you're fine.
But you're super
He
fine.
goes, yeah. There's one thing I know is that a man ain't nothing in these streets without his reputation. Oh, you're bringing tears to my eyes. What's your name?
You come to me
Sly.
on the day of my daughter's wedding.
He goes, Sly. I like you. God, his voice has changed so much. Sly,
It
use
went
a
from
guy I
like
think
a,
I
like
can learn how to
a
like.
New Jersey old lady, and it's kind of like transitioning into
There weren't
adulthood.
enough gangsters here in Austin, so they had to fly some of us in from New York. Oh God, I hate it. All right, thanks. I hate it. Fuck yeah, he's just like, he believes you. You did good on that roll.
Thank you.
So like the other two guys that are like ready to like murder Phil, put him down, and they go, yeah, but so I understand that you went back and you heard our friend's words. What did he give any reasons as to why he wants Phil to be in charge of this organization?
Yeah, he said he thought he saw good potential in him. I
Phil-
personally, to be honest with you, I don't see it. But I mean, those were his words.
Well,
so
you'd
that-
have to be kind of crazy to see it, and Brick was a crazy kind of guy. Phil, you got potential. You've been holding out on us, yeah, Phil. And he like wraps
Where's the
Phil in
potential?
the ribs with his gun. He goes, yeah, tell us about some of these grand plans of yours. And Phil is just like grasping at straws, and he goes, well, I thought maybe we could be more coordinated. You know, we waste a lot of manpower on each taking on their own job. I think teamwork is, there's no I in team and there's no I in Python.
Phil has a great eye for detail.
Yeah, like you know me, I sew the best assless pants in this whole outfit. So there you got schmutz on the corners of your mouth. See, I can see details.
Oh God.
Sick.
And even though they don't look entirely convinced, they're sort of humoring Phil at this point. They're like, all right, Phil, what do we do next? Oh Lord, Phil.
What does Phil say? I don't know what Phil says. Okay, so I mean, that's all we need to do here. We save Phil. He's now in charge. He does with it whatever he needs to do. We'll check back in with him later. He might not be in charge when we
Maybe
come
we
back.
should give him some pointers. 'Cause it doesn't seem like Phil's really all like. It seems like he's gonna get walked all over. And if
Okay.
we want to control the gang, I say in a hush whisper to my comrades inside of the gang hideout.
Are we inside now? Okay, I didn't know. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I motion for Phil to come over and be like, hey, I just want to give you some congratulations on your new position. Do you want to have a chat?
Yep. So do you guys go back outside?
Yes.
All right, cool. What do you tell Phil? Phil goes,
Okay.
hey guys, it worked. I think they really bought it. I'm gonna be in
What do you
charge of the
mean
pythons.
they
I'm a
really
gang
bought it?
boss.
What do you mean? Yeah,
This actually happened.
yeah, this actually happened. This is real. You're gonna be in charge of the pythons, but you got to work on some stuff. All right, Phil. So, first off, you can't look like you don't know what you're trying to do. You can't look like you're waffling on anything, right? So you work on your outward confidence. Okay, when you say something, even if it takes you a second to think about it, don't be saying stuff to fill in the gaps before you make your decision.
Yeah, bosses don't say maybe.
Yeah, bosses say, this is what we're doing, this is how we're going to do it, and then you delegate. You give people jobs,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You got to know what people are good at, and then give them those jobs, and then give people the spotlight.
We have one of those for rave night.
No,
Is that the kind of
you
spotlight?
put people in a
Oh,
position
God
where they
damn
can
it, Phil.
they can properly show their abilities. So if you know that, I
Okay.
don't know, Dan is really good at sneaking around, you could be like, all right, we're going to do, hypothetically, we're going to hit this thing. Dan, why
I
don't
think a
you
lot
do
of
the
it's
sneaking?
gonna come down to me talking like this from now on.
You should be yourself, Phil. At least in the voice,
They'll
they're
all
gonna know
know.
that you're trying to make fun of somebody in the way they talk. So just talk the way you do, but take a second before you make a decision. Make the decision, and then delegate.
Plus, you sound like the other guy now, and that's kind of confusing for people.
No, this voice is lower than the other guy. The other guy was more up here, and he kind of goes between a nasal thing to more of a nowhere in his lungs kind of thing.
Bill, I'm not sure if this is something you should be spending your time on. That's all I gotta say.
It's
I feel
gonna be Philip from now on.
Oh god, the power's already gone to his head.
Guys, silly voices denote rank in this game, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe it'll work. We're not part of the Pythons. We're just trying to give you some helpful tips so that you
everyone
don't get
roll
walked
perception.
all over.
And remember, you have friends here. Us three.
We're all rolling persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh god, do I roll 3d4 now or what?
No, you guys are essentially like listening because now they're talking inside again. Perception is it's one of your skills.
Oh,
if it's trained,
perception.
Perception.
I thought you said persuasion. I was confused.
Perception.
Gotcha.
7,
I
8,
got
9.
a 6.
I got a 9.
6 and 9.
I rolled an 11.
6 number.
All right, so Quark, you're standing closest to the door, and inside you hear, I think Phil might be some kind of a puppet for those 3 other guys.
We gotta go, guys.
All right, so Phil, what
Before
you
they
have
get
to
any
do-
more wise ideas.
Phil, you have to do this. We're still friends, but you have to tell us to fuck off, okay? You got to be upset about the fact that even though
Phil.
Scrap Wolf, yeah,
Here's the deal. You walk me in there. You walk me in there, and for fucking up my story, why don't you knock me a good one, and then send me and
that's
kick
good.
me out on my way out.
Yeah.
Just grab me, just drag me in there by the scruff of my neck, and just kind of just punch me and get me out of here.
All right,
It's-
he grabs you sort of by the collar of the power armor, and brings you in through the door. And he goes, I heard some people talking shit. It's this Kin Scrapple, more like Kim's Scruff Wolf, and he
Jesus
punches
Christ.
you, like uppercuts you in the jaw, with enough time that if let's do just a dexterity check, so 2d6 and then your dexterity bonus.
Okay.
We're gonna get your reaction to see if you take any damage or if you just make it look real good.
5 + 1 is a 6.
Okay, you take. I don't have a d4, so I'm gonna improvise here. You take 4 damage.
Oh,
damn,
Jesus.
he gave you a good one. It's believable.
23.
He goes, and then you hear the one that's been giving you lip the whole time go, how do we know that this puppet ain't pulling the strings to get himself hit in the face? And then Phil pulls out a gun and shoots the guy in the head.
Oh,
And,
shit.
Let's
everyone
go,
else
Phil.
kind of clams up after that, and Phil goes, there's gonna be some changes around here. No more shall I be saying maybe or There will be lots of delicate.
Oh,
Scrap-
so good.
Scrap Wolf crawls away before
Starting
he
with
finishes.
this, new badges, and he pulls out the sketch that he
he's
did
been working on.
like 5 episodes ago.
Yeah.
He goes, I want these sewn up and on the uniforms tonight. So Scrap Wolf, you managed to sort of slip out the door while this takeover is going on. And you get the idea that he's going to be all right. Now, what was the point of coming here in the first place?
Originally, it was
To
just to get
figure out information. And then I
then-
was like, I'm going to honor my promise of trying to make him a leader. And then
Yeah,
it got
right.
really fucked. It got so fucked so quickly.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yep.
So now on to the turquoise dolphin, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Okie dokie. All right. Time code.
Even gods have to pee. Do you pee?
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, I feel like that went pretty well, all things considered.
It ended okay. It didn't
It-
start so well.
It worked out,
Yeah.
Barely.
and I'm glad that Phil is
Yeah.
finally becoming a man. Or an Italian Don or some shit. I don't know.
He's becoming something. I don't know. Yeah, I knew it was going to be pretty sketchy because I have a -2 to my persuasion. I was like,
Even though you
hopefully I don't
have
have to roll.
extra die to roll. It's still not.
I mean, I'll probably put that as my train skill for next week.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks from now.
Oh, there you go. That makes it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
and
it.
I was gonna get shooting, obviously, because I need it. I feel like my roles really depend on that
That's
in
true.
battle.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, in battle. Yeah.
yeah, so we're gonna head to the turquoise dolphin, and then we're gonna try to find those guys in the suits and talk to them about their explosives. Did we want to? I don't know. Usually we go off the cuff as far as like what we're planning on doing. Did we want to just have a conversation with them and try to befriend them, or did we want to, like, are we trying to convince them to give it to us, or just try to convince them to slip up about where they hold their shit, and then just take it from them? Because if they're high class, they might not want to, be our friends. If that makes sense.
Well, we could let's play it by ear, but first things first, let's try to just coerce them into giving it to us, and then we can evolve into getting the information as to where they're at. It's at a bar, so really this is going to be like Sly's forte here. He's going to be able to, like, you can do like drinking games with them or something,
Right, loosen them up. Yeah, we definitely don't want
Yeah.
to go in there right off the bat and be like, "Hey, so we heard you got explosives," because like then they'd be like,
Now
"How'd you
we're
know we have
all-
explosives?"
Masiofos.
Yeah. Hey, we heard you had
Just kidding.
explosives.
So we've been hanging with
The
Phil
voice
too
is
long.
infectious.
Oh God, Phil, you bastard!
All right, so we're just going over a game plan for what we're gonna do once we got to the turquoise dolphin. I think we're ready to go.
All right, sounds good. All right, cool. So
we have
you
time to do
guys
the dolphin?
are.
Okay.
I mean, we can start it unless you guys just want to call it here. I feel like an hour and a half is also a good length for an episode. Since
That's
apart
true.
from me
I think
getting
this is like a
water
good
and peeing,
breaking point
Yeah, and then that
Yeah,
way.
really.
before
Yeah.
we start something completely new.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
Sounds good to me.
to wrap it up, you guys are making your let's say Krang radios in sometime after this, and it's like, hey, the transfer went well. We got a prisoner, wink wink, here, who's very excited to be getting to work. You know what I'm saying?
Tin 4, good buddy.
On the other end, you hear, hey, it's Oklahoma. I'm super excited.
Tin
think- I don't know.
4,
Why not?
good
Why not?
buddy.
Oklahoma
Oh my
got
God.
captured.
Oklahoma got captured. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, so they put a button on that right there. Yep. Damn it, I always fumble the ending. Hey,
That's-
Spencer and Matt, where can we find you guys?
Well, so as far as our information goes, you can check us out at Neanderthal Gaming TV, both on YouTube and on Twitch. We stream just about every day. Usually it's some form of
Oh,
Smash.
Flores, we haven't seen you in forever,
Hey,
dude.
Flores.
We're
Dungeons
just getting
and Dragons?
off.
Yeah, we're just getting off, dude. Sorry.
We'll be
Uh,
on tomorrow, though, for more
for-
Smash.
For more Smash. You can check us out on Twitter at Neanderthal GTV. Fizzcake, I guess we'll do you next since it's up on the screen.
Yeah, so you can find me on the YouTubes at the Fizz Cake. I upload the Adventure Complete episodes on there, sometimes correctly. I also stream. Changing the not really changing the stream schedule, but I'm working a new job next week, so it's going to be basically it's going to be normal Monday, Tuesday streams, but then Friday's going to be just like one giant one since I work weird hours. Cake Fist, yeah. Hey, Florist. And yeah, I also tweet sometimes, so you can catch me at the Fizz Cake there. And that's it for me. Where can people find Adam?
So I am a writer, and you can find me at entropicarts.net. That's ENTROPIC arts.net. I do short fiction. It ranges from science fiction to horror. There's 4 up there. I'm writing a lot now, and so that'll probably go up there when it's written. So it's all free. If you got feedback, there's a spot on there for that. That's what I do.
All right, cool. Well, we're going to go ahead and call it a stream here, but first let us tell you where you can find our information for Content Complete. So we're actually Adventure Complete, the podcast itself. We record it on a Saturday, and then the next weekend the video the audio and video both go out to Fizzcake's channel on YouTube as well as on your favorite podcasting app as Adventure Complete. The next time we're going to be streaming this will be 2 weeks from now. What's the date for that next stream? Do we know?
Should be the 1st
first-
of September.
The 1st of
Yeah.
September. So this episode will be going live on the 25th of August, and then the next episode will be here, actually live on twitch.tv/NethalGamingTV and twitch.tv/Comcast on September 1st, that Saturday. As far as our Content Complete podcast, we will be having that tomorrow at 3 p.m. You can follow us at Comcast, our Twitter account, for information about both if you have any questions. Yeah, I mean, any last words, guys?
Thanks for watching. Smell you later, mafiosos.
Sorry about all the dildo jokes.
I'm not sorry. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.